Supervisor Charlie DePasquale, Mayor Howard Long, my fellow veterans, family, and friends, I've been asked to deliver the Gettysburg Address. The Gettysburg Address was delivered November 19th, 1863, and it was to dedicate and consecrate a national cemetery where a great battle had taken place. And most people would think that the dedication of that cemetery was strictly about the veterans who had fallen there, and it was. But it was a rally of those that are living, just as you are standing here today, just as we honor those who are deceased. It was a rally to rally the living, to continue the fight, to continue a very difficult battle that was dividing a nation, to bring that nation back together again. And that Civil War was a test of whether or not a democracy could survive. 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the prospect that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that this nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall never perish from this earth. God bless you, and thank you for having me.
Next, we're going to have our national anthem by our Mount Morris High School Band.